Good morning, students. I hope you all are good. Today, we are going to see 4th Standard Bridge Course Part 2 in Social Science. In this video, we are going to see internal structure of the Earth and spheres of the Earth. Under the heading Spheres of the Earth, we are going to see about lithosphere, hydrosphere, atmosphere and biosphere. Let's start our section. First, we are going to see the structure of the earth, that is the internal structure of the earth, so that we know many things, trees, animals, humans, mountains, many things are present outside, that is the surface of the earth. Today we are going to see the internal structure of the earth. The internal structure contains 3 parts, namely crust, mantle, core. Crust, mantle, core. These 2 parts are together called core. It is divided into 2 types. One is outer core, another one is inner core. This part is called outer core, this part is called inner core. So this is the actual structure of the earth. So this layer is called crust, this red layer is called mantle, these 2 parts are called core. In this picture, you can clearly understand the layers of the earth. The outer skin, the outer part is called crust. The inner part, that is called mantle. This is outer core and this is inner core. For even understanding, let me take an example of mango. So if you cut a mango, the outer skin is called crust. The pulp layer, it is called mantle. The seed is like a core. So here the major part is covered by pulp area. Likewise, in earth also the major part is covered by mantle. Nearly 85% of area is covered by mantle. The inner core, the core which is present at the center point of the earth, receives more heat, nearly 5000 degrees Celsius. Next, we are going to see the spheres of the earth. The spheres of the earth. It is 4 spheres. Our earth consisted of 4 spheres. They are water, life, air, land. Water, life, air, land. These 4 spheres are named as hydrosphere, that is, the water part is called hydrosphere. The air part is called atmosphere. And the land part is called lithosphere. And all living things present on the earth is called biosphere. So these are the 4 spheres present in our earth. They are hydrosphere, biosphere, atmosphere, lithosphere. So lithosphere means the solid part, that is the soil, rocks, those and all. The solid part of the earth is called lithosphere. Atmosphere means the gases that surround the earth. The air part which is present in the earth is called atmosphere. Hydrosphere means all water found on, under and over the surface of the earth. Sea water, lake and those and all. So all the water part which is present in the earth is called hydrosphere. And biosphere is all life on earth. Plants, animals, human beings, insects, birds, so and on. So all the living things which is present in the earth are called biosphere. So here hydrosphere means the water part of the earth. Lithosphere means the crust. Already we saw in the internal structure of the earth, the crust. So the land part is called lithosphere and atmosphere is the air part. So all these three things are important for the life of all living things. Okay. So this part is called biosphere. Let me see one by one. First, hydrosphere. The hydrosphere is the sphere of water that surrounds our planet. In Latin, hydro means water. Hydro means water. So, the hydrosphere is the sphere of water that surrounds our planet. The water part is called hydrosphere. It is made up of all of the earth's water elements. It includes ocean, seas, lake, glacier, river, streams and groundwater. It includes ocean, seas, lake, glacier, river, streams and groundwater. What is the hydrosphere? It is the liquid water component of the earth. It includes the oceans, sea, lake, pond, river and stream. It covers about 70% of the earth's surface of the earth and it's the home for many plants and animals. Now let me see the water cycle present in the hydrosphere. Water from ocean and waterways is heated by the sun and changes into vapor and rises into the air. So the water which is present in the earth, it may be an ocean or sea or any water bodies, is heated by the sun and changes into vapor and rises into the air. This process is called evaporation. Evaporation, E-V-A-P-O-R-A-T-I-O-N, evaporation. The other waters, that is the water which is present in the plants. So the plants open pores for gas exchange and lose water to evaporation. So the water which is present in the leaves, that also get evaporated. So this process is called transpiration. 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 Here evaporation means the water gets evaporated from the water bodies into the air. Transpiration means water get evaporated from the leaves of the plants. Some evaporates directly from the glacial ice. So the ice which is present in the snow area, that also gets evaporated. That process is called sublimation. sublimation, sublimation. So here, if it is evaporated from water bodies like ocean, streams, etc., means that is called evaporation. It is evaporated from plant means it is called transpiration. If it is evaporated from snow area means that is called sublimation. So all the water which are evaporated from the earth is converted into the water vapor. The water vapor cools as it rises and changes back into the liquid water form in the clouds. This process is called condensation. So all the water which are evaporated from the earth, it's stored in the clouds. So that process is called condensation. condensation. So this process is called condensation. The condensed water from the clouds, it's get precipitated. The clouds gather all the tiny water droplets together until they are big enough to fall as rain or snow. So the condensed water get precipitated. That process is called precipitation. 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 Because of this precipitation method only, the rainwater will come. So this continuous process of water, this continuous process, again the rainwater get evaporated and then condensed, again the precipitation process will occur, again the rainwater will comes into the earth. It is the water is goes on a cycle. This continuous process is called water cycle. The next sphere of the earth is atmosphere. Atmosphere means the air which is surround the earth is called atmosphere. The air which surrounds our earth is called atmosphere. This atmosphere has many layers. They are troposphere, stratosphere, mesosphere, thermosphere and exosphere. Troposphere, stratosphere, mesosphere, thermosphere and exosphere. In troposphere, the passenger planes and hot air balloons are moving. In stratosphere, jets are moving in the stratosphere. In mesosphere, the meteorological rocket, satellites or the meteoroids are moving in the mesosphere. In thermosphere, the aurora, which is look like many colors in the polar regions, are present in the thermosphere. In exosphere, the satellites are present in the exosphere. So the layers of the atmospheres are troposphere, stratosphere, mesosphere, thermosphere and exosphere. Troposphere, stratosphere, mesosphere, thermosphere and exosphere. This troposphere is also called ozonosphere because of the presence of ozone layer. Ozone is a gas material. Okay, so because of the presence of ozone, this troposphere is also called ozonosphere. This ozone will prevent the ultraviolet rays which is emitted from the sun. So this ozone layer prevents the earth from ultraviolet rays which is emitted from the sun. The next layer is biosphere. Biosphere means here bio means living. Bio means living. So the living part which is present in the earth are called biosphere. biosphere. The next sphere of the earth is biosphere. Here bio means living. So the living part which is present in the earth is called biosphere. So the living things present in atmosphere and also in hydrosphere and also in the lithosphere. So all the living things which is present in these three spheres are combined together called biosphere. So in biosphere includes birds, animals, sea creatures, dead animals and plants, ground animals, vegetation. Vegetation means forest, trees. All trees and forest are called vegetation. So all these living things are called biosphere. Biosphere cannot be exist without the help of these three spheres. For example, if you take a tree, we take an example as a tree means this tree needs atmosphere, that is air, for the growth of the plant. It needs water, that is hydrosphere, for the growth of the plant. It lives in the land, that is lithosphere. So all these three spheres are important for the growth of this tree. Tree is a living thing which is called biosphere. So for the survival of biosphere, all the three spheres are important.